Dr. Yoni Witten here, and this week we're talking all about hip pain. Now, one of the things that I've used for years as a foundational strategy to help break people out of chronic pain is this idea that you need to move every joint in your body through every range of motion it's got every single day. One of the problems with the hips, especially here in the West, is that we're very limited in the ranges of motion that we put our hips through every day. And this sets the stage for hip pain and dysfunction. What I want to go over with you today are 2 easy mobilizations that you can use to increase the range of motion at your hips and eliminate pain. Now let's jump into this. One of the main drivers of pain and dysfunction in modern society is the amount of time that we spend in what are called flexion-based activities. Now those are activities where you're in the position that I'm in now. You're seated, head is down, arms are out in front of you, shoulders are rolled in, hands are usually in a closed or a grasping position. Being in this position for hours on end, day in and day out, robs the joints in your body of their normal nutrient supply. This allows waste products to build up, and pain, degeneration, and dysfunction are soon to follow. Now, studies have shown that when you compare age-matched peers in the US and the Far East, the incidence of hip degeneration and hip replacements in the Far East are massively reduced over what they are in this country. The reason for this, scientists speculate, has to do with cultural and lifestyle differences. You see, in the Far East, people tend to move their hips through a much broader range of motion every single day. This drives up nutrients and staves off degeneration, osteoarthritis, and joint replacement. Most importantly, it preserves quality of life. What I want to show you today are 2 simple exercises that you can use to drive up your hip motion every single day. The first of the 2 exercises is called the pendulum, and the only thing that you're going to need for this is a wall for support. Once you've got that, turn and face the wall. Arms are going to be out in front of you at shoulder height. Hands are shoulder width apart. Your feet will be positioned a foot to a foot and a half away from the wall. Once you've got that position, place your feet right next to each other, and all of the weight of your body should go down onto one foot. The other foot will come just slightly off the ground like so. From there, you're going to begin slowly swinging the leg across the body and out to the other side, back and forth, just like a pendulum. Now, it's important to note that this is not an exercise that requires muscular effort. The motion is created from the weight of the hip. Now, a few important notes here. First, the position of the leg. Toes are always pointed up, whether I'm going across my body or to the outside of my body. So notice here, toes up, up and up. So in order to get myself into a toe up position, whether I'm on the inside or the outside of my body, the hips have to open up. So this is fighting directly against that position that we're in all day long in this country, where our hips are in a closed down position, starving those joints of nutrients. So now we're going to open them up. Another thing that's important to pay attention to. I come up on the ball of my support foot to help increase momentum and drive the motion. So watch the support foot here. Toes, 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 toes. Up on the toes of the foot, helping to create the momentum that's necessary to use the weight of the leg to carry me all the way through this motion. Next important thing, you're only going to move through the range of motion that is comfortably available to you. I can't stress that enough. Do not push yourself into pain. If you get into the position and that's as far as you can go, then that's what you're going to start with. Your toes should still be pointing up, and you're still coming up onto the ball of the foot to create the momentum to make the movement work for you. Do not push into pain. Once you finish 15 to 25 repetitions on one leg, you'll switch over to the other side and repeat. The second movement that we're going to be going through is called the corkscrew. This is the perfect complement to the pendulum. The pendulum focuses on moving the ball of your hip inside of the socket, whereas the corkscrew focuses on moving the socket over the ball. The only thing that you're gonna need for this is something stable to stand on. In this case, I'm just using a folded towel. The reason why it's folded so narrow is because only 1 foot stands on it at a time. And in the beginning, it's helpful to have something stable to hold on to, like a wall or the back of a chair that's not gonna move on you. So once you've got that, step up on your base of support. And for simplicity's sake, I'm gonna break this motion down into 2 parts. The first part of the motion, your feet are starting pointing straight ahead. You're gonna bring your non-supported leg, the one that's not standing on the elevated platform, around the supported leg. So you're starting here, you're gonna move it to this position, across the body like that, and back to your start. Across the body, back to your start. Back and forth. This is a mobility exercise, not a stretch. So you're not holding anything. Second part of the motion, you're gonna start here and open the non-supported leg behind you, like this. Start here, finish here. Here to here. Start, finish. Back and forth. Once you've got those 2 down, now you're gonna combine them. Across the body and behind you, and opening. Across the body behind you, opening. Back and forth, moving that hip socket directly over the ball through the extreme ranges of motion into internal and external rotation. Again, you're only gonna move through the range of motion that's comfortably available to you. You're gonna feel tension build up in the hip socket. You're activating the capsule of your hip joint, pumping out more synovial fluid, driving up nutrients, flushing out waste products, and helping to preserve those joints for a lifetime. Once you finish 15 to 25 repetitions, you'll switch the leg that's standing on the elevated platform, and again, starting here and here, across the body and behind, and opening, back and forth. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you'll put the information to good use. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated on the new videos that come out each week where I teach you to achieve the best posture and mobility of your life. And if you're living with chronic pain, you've got to check out my Pain Fix Protocol. This is the new science for permanently breaking out of chronic pain and getting your life back. I'm going to include links for the Pain Fix Protocol in the description down below, and we'll see you guys next week.